This video is going to demonstrate what settings you need to choose in order to make an event that you set up in TPP Online for clubs available for golfers to register online. First, we'll go into the administration button and log in. And I'll start by creating a tournament. I'm just going to call it Test Online Registration. And a lot of these screens are similar to what you have seen in TPP Client. You can choose the gender, the sponsor, the host, put in a tournament description. One of the new things that will help is if you want to add seasons, this then when golfers log in to the event schedule page will allow them to filter through season to easily find an event in a subset of events. For instance, if you have an MGA or WGA schedule, it might be helpful to add seasons with those titles and adding events that are just for MGA or WGA golfers to those seasons so that they can easily find them rather than scrolling through the all event list. Other than that, the information is all the same that you've seen in Client, and again, like we demonstrated in an earlier video, there is a Use Player Default Tees checkbox that will bring in players when they sign up to their tournament default tee rather than the default tee that's set up in basic setup. Now that you've created the tournament, we're going to go under the tournament menu and go right to sign up information. And these are the tabs that you need to work through in order to configure the settings for the event. The most important checkbox on this page is to check to allow tournament sign-up. Pre-approval required would mean that people could register for the event, but they wouldn't be accepted into it until the administrator approved each entry. This might be more work than it's worth, but it is an option. Building a waitlist, when you check that box, would then allow you to build a waitlist if your registrations have exceeded the limit set. If you have an unlimited amount of entries to be accepted, leave this limit as 0 or put in an amount. If you unchecked this box and put in an amount, there would be no waitlist and the event would become full once it reached that amount. The Show Participants list will add a link to the event schedule which people can click on to see who has already registered for the event. If you're using the Build Waitlist function, the waitlist order will allow you to either hide the priority of people who are on the waitlist, show and then order them by priority, or show their priority on the waitlist but sort alphabetically by name. Results links are other links that you can put on the event schedule page, such as event scoring, results, pairings, or pairings and results pages. And when you click on those options, it'll allow you to name the text for those links that will appear on the event schedule page. This next box I would recommend checking so that it will pop out those links in a new window so that it will leave the event schedule page open in the existing window that they're working on. Invitation only will allow people only registered in the maintain invitational list to your event. Again, this is something probably you're not going to use. For qualifiers, you'd want to uncheck or check allow qualifier change. This is something probably more used at the association level.
Yes, sir.
The published website date is pretty helpful. It allows you to build all your events in advance and then publish on a website date going forward so that this will be when it appears on the event schedule.
Your club.
For demonstration purposes, I'll just have this chosen to be on today. As well as you can have it published, but then you can choose a different accept entries date and time for the event.
Your number for the club.
So I'll make it for the 24th,
the association, 103,
and entries can be accepted starting at 5 p.m. Same with close of entries date.
Yeah, GASC 1500. Yeah. Sure thing, anytime. Okay. You're right.
And make that for 5 p.m. on that date. The hide from website date is an important aspect too. It'll help you keep your event schedule clear, where you can unpublish it from the event schedule page as of a certain date. And registration type can be either players, teams, or groups. To demonstrate the team registration processes, I'll make this a team registration, and now you notice the team limit has changed, and I'll make this 50 teams. What I did notice is that in basic setup, I do need to go back. I have the event date going forward. It's for today's date, so I will make this for
give me
25th.
That. Keep the one that he had at the other.
Sorry to jump around there a little bit, but now back in sign up information. It'll make sense now that they'll have a day for registration.
What's the one he wants to keep?
Eligibility criteria is who you want to be able to register for the event. You can make it players with or without a GIN number, or GIN number required. And if they're in your golf handicap system and active, they will have a GIN number. And just like seasons, you could use membership programs like we showed in the first video, and only members in that membership program would be able to register for these events. So if we use the membership program, then only people in the seniors member program would be eligible to register for this event.
Okay, and what's the GIN number?
I'm going to make this event open to all people at our club, so I'm not going to use a membership program.
Add it to your roster.
Now you can add other criteria such as birth date, handicap limits, and we want to save each tab as we go across. If you want to give a discount, you can give a discount to people in the membership program. And now entry fields, this is where you're going to choose what entry fields you're going to capture during registration. There's 3 choices for each entry field. None means it's not going to appear on the registration, capture only means it's optional, and required means that they have to put in an answer. What we recommend doing is putting most of these at none and requiring email address.
Alright, he is in there. He is now a member of...
This way, people that will have an email address will be able to get emails from the system. Cart caddy option you most likely won't use either because you're not using commerce in this program, but this would allow you to make additional charges to their card for carts or caddies. Since this is a team registration, this is where you set your team size, and under select partners during registration, you have 2 choices, whether to require them to enter their partners during the registration or to allow but not require. And when you do that, it lets them go back into the system for a partner cutoff date and time where they can log back in and change their partner. And for partner selection method, we recommend using registered players only, which will have them look up players by name. If you used GIN number lookup, they would have to know their partner's GIN number in order to add them to their team. The last thing that you want to do for the tournament is under Edit Tournament, choose a sign-up message and go to the Event Description landing page. And here is where you'll want to uncheck the message template, which is under the administration settings, and type in a custom message for the landing page. This will be the format of the event and any other information that the golfer needs to know when registering. Last thing you might want to address under Edit Tournament are withdraw dates. This will be allowed once people registered to go back into the system and withdraw their registration from the event. If you do not add a withdraw date, then players will not be able to withdraw themselves from the event using the TPP Online club system. Now we've set up the event, and people will be able to register for it via golfer registration. If you have any questions, please contact the Gin Support Department. Thank you.